The Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic is underway, and we had the debut of MSK. We're going to get into everything that happened in regards to the tournament on this show, so stay tuned. This is your NXT review. What's up, Maniacs? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac, if you will. And today we are talking about NXT. The beginning of the Dusty Rhodes men's tag team classic started, because we are getting a women's tag team classic, just not starting quite yet. I think maybe next week it's going to start. Looking forward to that. But the men's started, and we had some other angles take place on this show coming out of New Year's Eve, which was last week. So we're going to get into all of that in just a second, so stay tuned right here. And right here at WrestleManiac UK, I discuss everything that is WWE and AEW. So if this sounds like the place for you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into this review. And the show opened up with Shotzi Blackheart coming out in the tank against Candice LeRae, who was accompanied by Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell looking like a big, tall woman as well. Like, you could tell she was tall, but you know, she looked quite muscular, quite built today, or last night, should I say. Looking like she should be in that, you know, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Gonzalez little division that's getting established over there. This match was just chaos. It was just chaos because both women take a lot of risks, throw their body around, a lot of high-flying moves, use their bodies as weapons. So yeah, this match was exactly that. I mean, I don't know what else to really say here apart from it was just a really dangerous match, really decent match, a very quick pace. You know, there was times where Shotzi Blackheart was trying to instill like submission moves as well on Candice LeRae. We had Indy Hartwell, the factor of her kind of getting involved and trying to distract Shotzi Blackheart every now and again. In the end, that played into the finish where because of her distraction, Candice LeRae hit a swinging neck breaker from the middle turnbuckle on Shotzi Blackheart, and then that helped her get the win. Shotzi Blackheart, we know that WWE clearly like her. Candice LeRae gets the win here, establishing the way, that faction, kind of putting her name back into the hat for the NXT Women's Championship. Later on in the night, we saw Shotzi Blackheart declare she's entering the tag team tournament, the Dusty Tag Team Cup, and her partner is going to be Ember Moon. So really interesting pairing there. Of course, we haven't got loads of female tag teams, so we're going to get some interesting pairings anyway. But yeah, I think that's really, really interesting to see what they do with Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. So cool. That was our opening match. Moving on, we had the grizzled young veterans versus Everest. Love Zach Gibson. Literally carries this team for me. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be very interested at all. But they are a very good tag team. I won't take it away. At all from James Drake. Everest have been kind of getting a little feature lately, a little bit of a push. So you know, good to see that hard work pays off. This was a pretty decent match. I found it really interesting. James Drake losing his cool about halfway through this match, and he's not usually the person that does, if you see what I mean. It is usually Zach Gibson that needs to rein it in a bit. So Zach Gibson kind of telling him, calm down, keep you cool, and all of that kind of stuff was pretty interesting dynamic. In the end, I don't think anyone here thought Everest was ever gonna win. And yeah, that was the outcome. There was a sequence of kind of double team moves, which led to Zach Gibson and James Drake hitting their finisher and putting away Everest. Again, nice little spot for Everest. But Grizzled Young Veterans have been very good since they came onto the main roster. Maybe I say the main roster, the NXT Prime main roster from NXT UK, maybe about a year ago. So now, maybe just a bit longer than that. So yeah, maybe they are heading all the way to the final, chasing down that tag team gold. Would be interesting to see that. Next up on the night, we had Johnny Gargano versus Dexter Loomis, and we saw backstage. What's his name now? Austin Theory had a envelope which he gave to Johnny Gargano in the middle of an interview. Johnny Gargano opened this envelope, and there was drawings inside, sketches of Johnny Gargano crying, Austin Theory looking like an idiot last week when he got hit in the ball sack by one of the balls that shot out from Shotzi Blackheart's tank, just mocking these guys, which kind of, put some fire in Gargano's belly for their match. Dexter Loomis, I guess he never had a match during New Year's Eve. He was the host, but so this was his first match in action for quite a bit, for a couple of weeks now. I think they like Dexter Loomis in WWE. You can tell they're invested in him, but at the same time, you can tell they don't know what to do with this guy. In terms of progression, I think they were pushing him towards the North American picture months back before he got injured. He injured his ankle, I believe. Since then, he's come back. He's kind of reignited feuds with the likes of Cameron Grimes. He's now tangling with Johnny Gargano, who is the North American champion, sorry. But it doesn't seem like they are quite putting him going after Johnny Gargano as a champion, if you see what I mean. Johnny Gargano was pretty good in this match. His entertaining self, which he has been in recent times, selling the fact that, Loomis is spooky and it's just, he doesn't want to get involved. Just like the opening match, we had Theory at ringside representing the way for Johnny Gargano. And we saw Johnny Gargano in the end roll up Dexter Loomis for the win, dived outside the ring straight away, celebrating. After the match, Loomis actually put Austin Theory in that headlock move that he does. Johnny Gargano came to stop it, and then Theory and Gargano were beating up Loomis when all of a sudden Kushida ran down to make the save, and made it pretty clear that he's throwing his name into the hat for the North American Championship, which I think is where he needs to be. Kushida, again, very good in ring. We know that, but his character, I'm not sure if he's quite connected in NXT since he's been here, which is maybe 2 years now. Definitely not really connected with me. All that time splitter stuff is it's trash, in my opinion. So yeah, I really do want to see Kushida kind of move up the card and just establish himself in that scene a bit better. I wouldn't mind if he beats Gargano. Definitely the kind of caliber of superstar that should be beating Gargano for that title eventually. Right, so next up we had the debut of MSK, and everyone was asking who's MSK. We're gonna get into that in just a second. Firstly, guys, if you are watching this video and enjoying this video, please make sure you hit the like button. Smash the like button. In fact, it does loads for the channel. I thoroughly appreciate every time you guys do. So please, if you're enjoying this video, smash the like button. Thank you very much. Next up, we had the thrown together team of Jake Atlas and Isaiah Scott versus the debuting MSK. And I say thrown together team because literally we've been seeing these guys war each other for the past month now, on and off. Why did you ever think they were going to work as a tag team? This was clearly just put together as an obstacle for MSK to climb over. They tried to get on the same page. Jake Atlas told Isaiah Swerve Scott before the match, pointing at the trophy, like, come on, let's do this, you and me, sort of thing. It's never going to happen, was it? MSK finally revealed as Nash Cutter and Wesley. I don't know about those names, but the Rascals, as we all thought it would be. And the fact that they've repackaged them as MSK and changed their names and everything, you can only think now that Trey Miguel is not coming. He's not coming to WWE. He's not coming to NXT. If he does turn up, maybe he just turns up under his own name, his own star as Trey Miguel, not associated with the new MSK at all. Maybe we see him turn up in AEW before too long. Who knows? But yeah, it doesn't look like Trey Miguel is coming, because I would like to think if he was, they would have just kept them as the Rascals. Anyway, this match, Atlas and Swerve Scott, they done what they needed to do in this match, and that was to make MSK look good in their first outing. Because of, I think, the nature of all the guys involved, this match was pretty much like spot. No real storytelling, no real selling for one another. It was just next spot, next high spot. You see what I mean? So yeah, there wasn't much in the way of building up the story of the match, but yeah, it was good to see all of these guys involved. MSK got the win. Furthermore, they called them, they referred to them as some Ross. I think the commentary team said something, oh, they're behaving like rascals or something like that. Just call them rascals, man. You see what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is with WWE sometimes, but yeah, like I say, they got the win. They continue on the road in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. We saw afterwards they imploded. And sorry, Atlas and Swerve Scott imploded. That continued all the way backstage to where Bronson Reed kind of got in the face of Swerve Scott and told him to lay off Atlas and all that kind of stuff. So we might see something between those two guys. But like I say, we knew they were going to implode from the minute they were joined together anyway. So yeah, good little tag team match there. Next up, we had in fact, let me just put in here, we had some segments within this whole show between Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, and Pete Dunne. Finn Balor coming out, still celebrating the fact he's the champion. Pete Dunne said that, you know, look, you told me to wait for 2 weeks or whatever, I'll wait my turn in line for the title shot. I'm not waiting anymore. They tried to lay, and him and the tag team champions, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, tried to lay an attack on Finn Balor. Kyle O'Reilly actually came to make the save. Undisputed Era came and got involved to obviously back Kyle O'Reilly. So this was kind of a running theme throughout the show, where as well backstage Pete Dunne said, you know, Kyle O'Reilly wants to make himself an obstacle before I get to Finn Balor. I'm gonna have to take out Kyle O'Reilly then. And we would see this kind of play out further in the main event. But next up on the show, it was Xia Li taking on, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't know who she took on. It was just some jobber, and I don't even think they named the jobber. The jobber came for an attack on Xia Li early in the match. Xia Li ducked the punch or whatever was coming her way. One punch knockout. Bang. Hit the jobber. The jobber's lying flat. Eventually gets up and gets hit with some type of spin kick by Xia Li. 2 strikes, 1 pin, 3 seconds. It was done. It was absolutely done. It was over. Xia Li got out the ring, and that thing at the top of the entranceway, which is pulling all the strings between Boa and Xia Li, told her to get back into the ring. So she laid like another attack on this jobber. But yeah, Xia Li is looking amazing. For me, Xia Li always looked good anyway. She just maybe wasn't booked correctly. She needed this heel turn or whatever it is. Boa is who we need to see, in my opinion, and see more from, because he never got any as near the amount of chances as Xia Li got. So that'll be very interesting. Maybe that happens in the next couple of weeks. Moving on now to the main event. Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong versus Breezango, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango. And this was a Dusty Classic match. Very, very good match. This was just experience. And that's what made this match so good. The men competing in the ring, just cut from a different cloth. We know how good Tyler Breeze is, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, even Fandango. He was, he really brought it. And that's all it was. It was just different level compared to the other tag team matches for this tournament that we had seen so far in the night. This was fantastic. This was a really, really good match. And I think we saw Kyle O'Reilly was, like I say, was at ringside, just making sure the Undisputed Era win their match. We saw Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch come down to ringside to try and lay an attack on Kyle O'Reilly. Well, to be honest, they laid an attack, a vicious attack. As well, a little spot from Pete Dunne kneeing Kyle O'Reilly in the face. Obviously, Kyle O'Reilly selling jaw injury from his last championship match. Finn Balor now came out to make the save, but didn't really get anywhere. He got beaten up as well and left lying. However, this didn't distract the Undisputed Era. In the end, they got the win. Adam Cole got the win and pinned Fandango, and then went straight out to the ringside area to look at Kyle O'Reilly, see if he was all right. Fantastic match. Obviously, like I said, the main thing in this segment was what happened on the outside to Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor at the hands of Pete Dunne and friends. But yeah, this was a really good match. Really, really good match. What are we seeing here? Is this just, Finn Balor respect for Kyle O'Reilly? I think a lot of people are interested in the partnering of Finn Balor and the Undisputed Era. A lot of people have been interested in that partnership since, the beginning of when Finn Balor came back to NXT and he turned heel. There was a kind of flirting with that idea then. Even, after a long time when Finn Balor became, or as he became the NXT champion, he had a mutual respect with Adam Cole, who he faced off with. I don't know. I'm here to see what that's going to develop into. It might just be a mutual respect and fighting against Pete Dunne and these other goons. But let's see what this turns into. I think it could definitely do with adding some longevity to Undisputed Era with them, maybe having someone join. But you guys let me know what you think down below in the comments. That was the NXT review. The Dusty Classic is well underway. Got some good results. Undisputed Era, MSK, Grizzly Young Veterans, all through into the next round. Next week, we're going to see, I think, another 2 matches, and then the women's brackets is going to be revealed. So this looks like the thing that's going to carry NXT into the maybe the Valentine's takeover that they're planning. Valentine's Massacre, I think it's called. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed NXT and I hope you enjoyed my review. And if you did enjoy the review, please smash the like button. It does loads for the channel and I love it every time you guys do. I'm so appreciative every time you do. Let me thank you guys as well. We're over 250 subscribers on this channel, which is just absolutely mental to say, especially since, kind of mid-December, we just reached 200. So to be get another 50 of you guys on the channel is absolutely great. Thank you every time. And if you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, as they say, what are you waiting for? Welcome to the channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. And that is me done. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.